Day 750th day that I'm here to listen to learn. I'm learning. I hope those that support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I want to speak again about 4 paths. So employee, self-employed, business owner, and investor. I feel passionate about really choosing and making a decision which path to take. Yesterday I shared what kind of mindset employee has. So how do you make decisions and how to understand if you are good for employee or self-employed? Because things change. Sometimes you change, and because you change, the values and changed. Now you move from employee to self-employed, business owner, investor. Or it could be that you always stay employee because it just this is the way how you think and the way how you want to live your life. So today we'll share 15 things that really self-employed person is thinking and what kind of mindset he has to really make sure that he really succeeds as a self-employed person and he really doesn't feel that this is not in his shoes. So number 1 is independence and autonomy. So self-employed people who have their own thing going on, they love independence. They want to be on their own. They want to have that autonomy to make decisions. They are in control. They are choosing. It doesn't matter how good their business is going, how good their self-employed business is going, but at the same time, they have independence. They have their own choice. They have flexibility. They have ability to make decisions by themselves. And that's something all people need. Number 2 is personal branding. Now, when you're an employee, of course, you have you carry the company's brand. It's rarely you have your own brand. But when you are self-employed, you always have your own brand. It could be a lot of different kind of self-employed business. It could be a doctor. It could be a dentist. It could be some construction self-employed person. So most people build their brand and they know that the brand is very, very important because their brand sell them for them. So personal brand, sometimes people really want to have, I want to build brand, and that is very, very important for a lot of people. Number 3 is directly tied to earnings. Directly tied to earnings. So that means what you perform, that's what you get. What you perform, that's what you get. At work, you're able to perform, but you get always the same salary. So that means a lot of times your performance is not tied to really salary. But now when you are self-employed, your work is directly attached to your results. And some people don't like that because sometimes it could be that if you do not work, you don't get anything. And that is risky. But if you work very hard and you perform, you get even better results. Number 4 is flexible hours or flexible work and like flexible schedule. Now, because you are able to choose. Now, I understand that people say, okay, I'm business or I own a restaurant. But sometimes it happens that a restaurant owns you rather than you owning a restaurant. And what I mean by that? Because when you're working 13 days for 13 hours a day for every single day, how are you supposed to say that you live? Now, of course, some people are super joyful about that, but after like 5 years, people get tired. I have spoken with so many people who are really business owners, but after some time, they want to create some kind of passive income, some kind of business that doesn't require them to be in their business for a long, long time, because that's a huge difference. Because tomorrow we'll share about business mindset, and that's as a huge difference because self-employed is working in the business. They need to take action. They need to be active in the business to make money. And sometimes people really want, after a while, they really just want to get themselves out of the business and work on the business to manage. Number 5 is diverse projects and clients. Diverse projects and clients. So that means that there's so much diversity in self-employed business. It could be so many different projects that you're able to work on, so many different clients. And because you are able to choose who is your clients, you are able to choose what kind of projects you work on, you are able to pursue projects you're working on that you want. Because you making a decision. No one is putting you that this is a client that you're supposed to pursue and go and work for it. No, you're able to choose this is what I want, this is what I pursue, and I'm going after it. Number 6 is risk-taking and responsibility. Risk-taking and responsibility. Self-employed people need to learn how to take ownership, full ownership, extreme ownership of their actions. Because if business is succeeding, that means it's your fault. If business is failing, this is your fault. It doesn't matter what happens to your business, it's your fault. Because you made a decision to pivot the business into that direction. Now, of course, it could be a lot of circumstances could coming to your way. External things will come to your way. But what you respond and how you prepare for those things, that's what will matter. And people who are self-employed are able to take a little more risk than an employee, and they able to really take ownership. Because if you don't take ownership, maybe that's time go back to employment. Number 7 is adaptive learning. So that means that environment's changing, everything is changing. So self-employed needs to learn much, much more because business around there is a lot of competitive. There's a lot of people who are really building. But again, you're not looking about other people, looking about yourself, how you are able to adapt to different changing situations, how you're able to improve and really making sure that you always are above the competition because you're always adapting, you're always learning, always improving. Number 8 is multiple hats. What I mean by multiple hat, because you need to, as a business owner, at least at the beginning, you wearing everything. You are marketing, you are sales, you are operations, you are accounting, you are finances, you are tax, you everything all together. You need to learn everything. And a lot of times people hate that. And they work on a business for a while, and after they, of course, they want to scale as fast as possible, that they could hire people in those positions, that they could start delegating the time, and could become a little bit more like a business owner. Because if you do not have employees and you call yourself a business owner, that means that I truly believe that is misconception. The business owner is a person who already learned how to leverage systems, how to leverage other people's time, other people's money, other people's resources, because that's a business owner. Business owners who is able to delegate, and self-employed do not have anything in place, and that's why they wear so many different hats. Number 9 is less job security. That means that if you will not go your job, you will not have a job. Because when you are an employee, you have a job to do, and that's it. You don't think about where the job will come from. While you are self-employed, for example, you are a dentist. If you do not go and do sales, you don't marketing, and you don't get clients, you will not be able to do your job. Is a thing. So that means that you need to work even harder than an employee, because you need to go and find clients and then do the work on top of it. Because of it. But again, there's so much rewards because of that. Number 10 is personal accountability. That means that nobody will ask you to do anything. You need to be accountable for yourself. And are you okay with the accountability yourself? Because so many people are looking for buddies, mentorships, coaches, teachers to really be accountable for something. Now, I understand that when you're self-employed, I truly believe that you need to find a guide, you need to find a mentor, you need to find a coach, a teacher, or someone who could guide you through this journey to make that you are accountable towards something, to the growth. But at the same time, you need to be able to be accountable for yourself, to take action every single day, no matter how you feel. Because this is one thing that employee could feel a lot of emotions, and he could act on them, and that's what they're able to do. But while you're self-employed, you are having exactly the same emotions as employee, but you're not able to act on them because you need to act based on the plan, not your emotions. That's a huge difference, because you need to base your decisions and your actions on the plan and the strategy of execution, not on your emotions. Because if you will make decisions back on emotions, your business will go backwards, and you will need to go backwards to employment anyways. Number 11 is building a niche. So that means when a lot of times when we look into self-employed businesses, there is a niche. So it could be a barber, that is a niche. And a lot of times it's not transferable. You live in that one location and you are building your brand and you're building that business. And I think that one of the saddest part of a lot of self-employed businesses is that they are very locked in one location, one space, and that's it. They're not able to travel as much because they will lose clients. Now, it's a much more beautiful than employee for me per se than self-employed, but at the same time, there is a lot of things that could be improved. And it depends on, of course, what kind of self-employed, because there is a lot of consultants or even salespeople who are able to call themselves self-employed business owners, but at the same time, they not locked in one location whatsoever. Number 12 is continuous hustle. That means that, as I said, if you want to make money, you need to be in the game. So if you stop doing what you're doing, you're not making money. So that means that you always need to continually hustle. Look here for clients, and do the job. Look for the clients and do the job. Look for the clients and do the job. After a while, it could be that you have those return clients, returners, and they consistently coming to you. But still, like if you want to scale it, you need to look for the clients and do the job. But after a while, you of course you're able to hire someone. But again, you're moving towards, and then more not as a self-employed, you're moving towards a business at the moment. Number 13 is tax responsibilities. It could be sometimes daunting. It is part of the multiple hats because you need to do your taxes. And that means that it's not just making income, but really understanding how to be efficient with your taxes. Because the government is one thing that government is a beautiful thing. With the taxes, what they do is just a lot of times they give a lot of efficient way to really work on your taxes, but they don't teach a lot of times those things. And only people who really understand the tax are able to take advantage of efficient way and legal way to really how to make sure that you maximize your tax strategy. Number 14 is potential for high reward. Potential for high reward. So there's a lot of different rewards. It could be that you're helping people, you're able to make a lot of money in a short period of time, and you build that niche, and everyone knows that you are the beast of the beast, the goat, and the expert of the expert. People pay enormous amounts of money for experts, and that's where the chance that you will be able to do that, working a couple hours a day and making an enormous amount of money because you already build your brand, and brand it pays itself. Number 15 and the last one is the diverse income stream. Diverse income stream. That means that sometimes when we are self-employed, we're able to start looking at what kind of services I could provide, not just one thing. Because when you're employee, you just do your job and that's it. But when you're self-employed, you're able to really build one skill, one part of revenue, and then think, okay, how I could help my clients in a most way. And maybe able to really find different ways how you can connect and increase your bottom line, increase your revenue, increase your profit, because now you're able to attach few things there and there to really maximize your value to the customer, to the client who is looking for your services, and at the same time looks for additional services that could be helpful for that person. So when I look into self-employed is a beautiful thing. I think that every single person is supposed to try it. Of course, they need to build themselves to become self-employed because it's much more difficult than being employee. But at the same time, I think that's like in life there is the steps. And I think that employee is the first step. Now, of course, it could be that those people choose to take steps in the employment career path. But in my perspective, I think that we always supposed to build. First step is employment. Second step is self-employed. Third step is business owner. And the last one is investor. So tomorrow we will share exactly what kind of mindset you need to have, what kind of mindset is a business owner, and what they think and how they operate to make sure that they succeed. Because this is the mindset of self-employed. And tomorrow I will share more about what business owner is supposed to think to really make sure that they have the foundational mindset to be a business owner. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.